Hari Om, good morning. I just wanted to be able to share a little bit of yoga with the open space community, and so I'm honored to be able to do so and to have my lovely honey with me, Danny Skinz. So I just wanted to start off with the idea of unconditional love, and that yoga and Ayurveda are both designed, if they were designed, to reconnect us with this feeling of unconditional love and joy, and that is source. Whatever you call your source, Allah, God, Elohim, whatever name you use for that energy, that's the energy that we're trying to reconnect with, to reunite with, to be yoked with in yoga and in Ayurveda. So I ask always, and especially today, that you just sit for a few moments and you let the unconditional love for yourself and for every being on this planet surround you and surround every single cell in your body. Take a moment now to sit up even a little bit taller and gather your hands in front of your hearts. This morning we're going to open our class sharing the sound Om, and we're going to do our best to enunciate M. And even though we're separated through the screen, that you do your best to let your voice harmonize with ours or with those who are practicing with you in your home. So let's take a nice full breath in, filling up our lungs to the very tippy top. And then taking a long exhale, maybe even separating the lips just a little to soften the jaw. And we'll invite the next breath in to begin. This morning, I would like to share a little bit of marma with you, which are the touch therapy points in Ayurveda, just to help us bring all three of the dosha back to their home site, because in our tumultuous sort of unknown, every dosha can be a little whacked out. So let's start by taking your hand to the crown of your head. This is covering Adipati, or your Sahasrara chakra. And then take your left hand and just place it gently over your heart. Go ahead and close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. These points are going to help us to ask Kapha, the dosha of stability and immunity and support, to settle and come back home. From here, we'll take our right hand down to cover our belly button, and then place your left hand over second and third chakras, right over Nabhi, which is the meeting point of 72,000 energetic lines in the body. So here we're asking Pitta dosha to come home and to settle. Take 3 breaths. From here, we're going to take the right hand down just below the belly button, right over your bladder. This is called busti. And take the left hand around and either sit on your tailbone or just hold your hand over your sacrum. We're asking now that Vata dosha come home and settle. Please take 3 deep breaths. From here, we'll bring our hands back to the heart, just finding a moment of gratitude for the intelligence that flows through every single cell in our body, and for the assistance and guidance of our healing team, our ancestors, spirit guides, whomever you feel supports you, just finding a moment of great and deep gratitude. Now blink your eyes a few times and come back into this space. We're just going to extend the arms out in front of us, put the palms up, and then wrap your thumbs inside your fingers. Bring the base of the wrists together and just start to wrists. So we want to start to move all of the joints, because in our sleep and in our stillness, lactic acid can start to build up in the joint space and inhibit the flow of prana. So go ahead and switch the direction now. And the magic of Ayurveda and yoga is that we are able to clear the channels so that the body's own intelligence can flow and heal us and allow well-being to be available to all parts. All right, palms up, fingertips to the tops of the shoulders, and then extend the arms back out. Deep breath in as we reach out. Exhale, fingertips to the tops of the shoulders, always doing our best to keep our breath in line with the movements. Beautiful. Exhale to the shoulders. Inhale, open. Exhale to the tops of the shoulders. I love what Danny's doing here. We're going to exhale and really drop those fingers under, stretching the wrists. Good, and then fingertips back to the shoulders. And one last time, extending out, stretching the wrists. Good, fingertips now to the shoulders, and we're going to take some big circles back with the elbows, doing your best to really squeeze the shoulder blades together behind you and push your heart forward. And a deep breath in, long breath out. Good, one more circling back. And then let's go forward, touching the elbows out in front of the tip of the nose. Apart now, and stretching across the back of the lungs and the back side of the body. Let's take 2 more circles. Good, and then from here, just let your hands drop down and come all the way up, reaching up through your fingertips, and then gently just pull that space underneath the belly button back so you keep the spine nice and aligned. And we're gonna lower the right hand down. Just a little side bend right. Good. Inhale back up. Exhale the left hand down. Good, reach up and over, little side bend to the left. Good, inhale the arms up. This time exhale and turn to look back over your right shoulder, bringing your left hand to the top of the knee. Good, look back over that left shoulder. And then inhale the arms right back up. And exhale over to the left side, looking back over your left shoulder. Good. Inhale the arms back up. And from here, we're just going to drop the hands back to the lap. Beautiful. And again, inhale the arms up. This time, exhale your left hand down. Bring your other hand behind your head, and then just lean over to the right and look up towards your right elbow. Just a nice stretch in the right side of the body. Good, inhale the arms back up. And down, bring your left hand behind your head, gentle bending to the opposite side, looking up at your left elbow. Good, inhale the arms back up. Big reach up through the fingertips and exhale over your left shoulder. Inhale right back up and exhale over the opposite shoulder. Good. Inhale, bring the arms up. And this time, big swim back, stretching across the front of the heart. Let your fingertips find the floor behind you. Lean back. Take a deep breath in as you lift the chin up. And then exhale your hands back to your heart. Good. From here, let the hands rest in the lap and bring the chin to the chest and roll the right ear over to the right shoulder. Good. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, sweep the chin across the chest. We're just going to move back and forth, taking a deep breath as the ear rests over the shoulder, and then exhale to sweep across and stretch the neck. Deep breath in here. Exhale to the other side. And let's do this 2 more times. Inhaling with the ear over the shoulder. Exhale, gently rolling back. Good. And then over to the opposite side. And from here, we're going to take a deep breath in. And then exhale, let the head go back. Try not to drop your head back. Just gently roll the neck back across the back side of the shoulders. We'll do that 3 more times. Trying to relax your shoulders, creating space between the tops of the shoulders and the ears. Good. Rolling the right ear over toward the right shoulder. And then bring the chin to the chest and the head up. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come forward onto the hands and knees. Lining up the wrists underneath our shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. And we're going to extend the right leg back behind us with the ball of the foot on the floor. And I want you to unlock your elbows and press back through that right heel, stretching the back side of the right leg. And you're pressing into your hands as well. Good. And then shift forward, shoulders back over the wrist. Lift that back leg and rotate the ankle. Good. And then go the opposite direction. Good. And then just sort of bring the heel to the glute a few times. Miss you guys. Good. Okay, then go ahead and lower that leg down. Place the knee back to the floor and extend your left leg back behind you. Really push into your hands, stretch back through that left heel. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of your left calf. Good. Shift forward, shoulders over the wrists. Lift that back leg and rotate the ankle. We're going about 5 times in each direction. Changing directions. Good. And then bringing the heel to the glute. We'll do that 5 times as well. Good. And then just set that foot down, bring the knee back underneath you, and take all of your awareness to the very tip of your tailbone and start to make really tiny circles, like you were drawing tiny circles with the tailbone. And then start to let those circles get bigger and bigger as you spiral out to the fullest circle movement in the hips. And then reverse, still keeping that really big circle, but now start to spiral down into smaller and smaller and smaller circles until you come back to just a point. And from here, just start to shift your hips side to side, maybe front and back, sending the hips to the heels, just moving your body in any way that feels good, maybe even lowering the head, bringing the chin to the chest. Good. And from here, we're going to start to move through our Vitala Asana, which is moving through cat-cow. So taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to draw your tailbone underneath you. Unlock your elbows, bring the chin to the chest and round the back. Good. Inhale, lower the belly, start to look forward, untucking the tailbone and lifting the chin. Good. Exhale, round. Trying our best to keep our movements in line with the breath. Being mindful of every moment we spend on the mat. Now from here, round the back, draw the belly up, bring the chin to the chest, and send the hips back to the heels as you exhale all the way down into child's pose. We're not staying here. We're gonna inhale right back up, draw the toes under, lift your chin. Good, exhale, release the feet round the back, take the hips to the heels. We're just moving back and forth, staying with the breath, inhale, drawing back up, lift the chin, draw the toes under. Good, exhale, release the tops of the feet, chin to the chest, hips to the heels. Inhale back up. This time, draw the toes under, lift your chin, and from here, we're gonna send the hips back and then up into our first downward dog, really keeping a gentle bend in the knees. Good, and then inhale, lowering the heels back to the floor. Release the tops of the feet, lift the chin. Exhale, round the back, hips to the heels. Now we're moving back and forth through cat, cow, and down dog. Inhaling back up to lift the chin, draw the toes under. Send the hips back and dog. Inhale, lowering the knees, drawing the chin up, releasing the feet. And then exhale, around the back, chin to the chest, hips to the heels. Take a moment to rest here. Maybe even turn your palms up. Beautiful. In India, Dr. Ladd will often share with us that placing your palms up in front of the altar or in front of Source allows a beautiful life to be written in the palms of your hands. So take a moment to accept some of that unconditional love and well-being that Source is constantly sending your way. Go ahead and turn the palms back over. We're going to inhale, coming back up through our hands and knees, draw the toes under, send the hips back, and then up into downward dog, keeping a really gentle bend in your knees. And just starting to pedal out the feet. Good, bending into one knee and then the other, and making sure that we're pressing evenly into every knuckle hand, and especially into that J shape of the thumb and the index finger. Good, now lift up really high onto your tip towards the thighs, and now let your heels melt towards the floor. Beautiful, and take 3 deep breaths here. Good, Danny, even take your feet a little bit further back. Not gonna? Now draw your chin to your chest and look into your belly. Stretch across the back, beautiful. And then bring the gaze up to the top, looking at the space between your hands, and very slowly walk the feet all the way up to the top. Good. From here, take a hold of opposite elbows and just gently shake yourself side to side. Shake the head no. And shake the head yes. Good. From here, gentle bend in your knees. Take your hands forward, draw the shoulders together, and come all the way up to standing. Good. From here, we'll step the feet out a little bit wider than our hips. Release the hands, and just gently swing the arms side to side. Beautiful. Okay. Coming up to the top of the mat. Starting our Surya Namaskar, we're going to step the feet together or slightly apart, whatever feels best for you and your body this morning. Let's lift up the toes, fan them out, and then set them back down. Remember that we want to make sure that we're never locking our knees. We want the blood to be easily returned to the brain. Bring the shoulders up and back, and then let them slide down. Good. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gather the hands in front of your heart. Good. We're gonna work with the Vata vayus now, which are the directions of wind in the body. And we're going to do our best to recalibrate them so that they flow in the right direction. So we'll start by sweeping the arms out and up as if we're gathering energy. And then exhale as you bring the hands into the heart. Inhale, open, gather, pulling in sensation. Exhale, pulling that in and down. One more time. Inhale the arms out and up, gathering prana, life force. And exhale, drawing that energy into your heart center. Good. Next, we're going to work with Udana Vayu, which lives in the throat and the diaphragm area. We're going to use a little sound here to help us activate this Vayu. So I want you to inhale the arms up. You might want to watch one first. And then you're going to exhale, drop into your knees a little bit and make a ha sound. So ha. Inhale the arms up. Good. Inhale the arms up. Inhale up. One more time. Inhale up. Big sound out. Good. Inhale up and exhale to your heart. Next is Vyana Vayu, which lives in the heart and the whole body. This direction of wind helps to circulate oxygenated blood, the lymphatic system, so it works with our circulatory system. So what we're going to do here is we're going to inhale the arms straight up out in front of us, and then exhale, open the elbows together behind us, all the way down. Good, soften the knees. Inhale the arms straight up in front of you. Exhale, bending into the elbows, stretching across the front of the chest. Gently letting the fingers point towards the floor. One more time. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, open across the front of the chest. Good, deep breath in. Exhale your hands in front of your heart. Next, we're going to work with Samana Vayu, which is thought to be a very linear movement. And the action of this subdosha of Vata is viveka, which means it splits and breaks apart the food substance into smaller and smaller pieces. And so for us to activate that Vayu, I want you to inhale your arms up, bring the fingertips together, and place the left thumb over the right to activate the feminine energy, or the right thumb over the left to activate the masculine energy. You decide what you feel you need more of. Good. So we're going to inhale up through the fingertips, steady into your left leg, and then exhale, bring the knees and the elbow together, squeezing your belly. Inhale, open, set that right foot down, settle into the right foot, and then exhale, draw the left knee up and the knees and elbows come to touch. Squeeze your belly. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbows to the knees, squeezing the belly. Inhale, open. Exhale, left knee up, elbows to the knees. Squeeze that Samana Vayu. Good. Inhale, open. Let's do one more on each side. Big breath. Exhale, tightly squeezing the belly. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee to elbows. Ooh. Good. Inhale, open. And then exhale your hands by your side. Beautiful. How you doing? Good. Next, we're going to work with Apana Vayu. So this energy is believed to be sort of in the hips and down into the legs. And it's to hold, and helps to hold the baby in the womb and then activates labor. It helps to hold the feces in the digestive system and then release the feces out. Same thing with menstrual fluid or urine. It does some holding and then some releasing. So I would like us to activate this energy by allowing your hands to find the backs of your hips, just under your gluteal muscles. Take a deep breath and lift your heart, soft knees, and then exhale, start to fold forward as you let the hands slide down the backs of the legs, coming to the top of the feet, and just press into your feet as you inhale. Okay. And then exhale, fold. Hands come to the back of the legs. We're going to inhale as we come all the way up. And at the top of the breath, exhale, folding or hinging at the hips, sliding the hands down the backs of the legs, soft, gentle bend in the knees. Hands come to the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift your heart, pressing down into the feet. Exhale, fold. Hands come to the back. Inhale to come all the way up as you slide the legs. Big breath in at the top. Good, last one, hinging forward, soft knees, hands pull down the back sides of the legs. Finding the tops of the feet. Press into the feet, lift the heart, deep breath in. Exhale, gently fold, connecting the belly to the thighs. Hands find the backs of the legs, and inhale to come up, allowing your heart to lead the movement as you come all the way back up. Beautiful, soft in the knees. Just let your hands rest at your sides for a moment, taking a breath and feeling into this activation of the vayus, or the movement of wind in the body. From here, we'll step our feet back together, take a deep breath in, and then exhale your hands in front of your heart. Good. Inhale, let the arms travel up overhead. Soft knees. Exhale as you hinge forward to fold forward over your very strong legs. Good. Planting the hands on either side of the feet, we're going to inhale and step the right foot back as far as it'll go. And we're going to let the knee come down to the floor. Good. From here, keeping your hands down, maybe on blocks or on some folded towels. Take a deep breath in and look forward. Lift your heart, sink your hips down just a little bit. And then exhale, plant the hands and step back into downward facing dog. From here, I want you to inhale, come forward, bring the shoulders over the wrists and lower the knees down. Now we're kind of coming into that cow position. So you want to lift your tailbone and start to let the chest come down between the hands, squeezing the elbows tight into the body, setting your chest down, and then walk your feet back, anchor your and lift the heart. As you lift your heart, let your hands slide back by the low ribs. Good. Exhale, turn the toes under, press up to the hands and knees, and then into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale your left leg up behind you. Don't open the hips, just find that forward fold over the right leg. And then exhale, gently step the left foot through and bring the right knee back to the floor. This time, sweep the arms up overhead, reaching up through the fingertips and sinking down into the hips. Beautiful. Exhale the hands to the floor. Lift your back knee, squeeze the hips together as you step the right. Empty the breath as you fold over your beautiful legs. Hands come to the outer hips, protecting our back. We're going to look forward, draw the shoulder blades together, and come all the way. Releasing your heart. Beautiful. Second side. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Exhale, hinging at your hips, fold forward, soft knees. Beautiful. Plant your hands on either side of the feet and step that left foot back as far as it'll go, and let the knee come all the way to the floor. Beautiful. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Good. And then exhale, looking forward, deep breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, lift the back knee, and facing dog. Beautiful. Good. From here, go ahead and shift forward, shoulders over the wrists. Lower the knees to the floor, flip that tailbone up. Good, let the chest sink down between the hands as the elbows squeeze in tight. Very nice, walk the feet back, anchor pubic bone and lift your heart. As the heart lifts, the hands slide back by the low ribs. And then exhale, turn the toes under. Good, press up through the hands and knees and back to downward facing dog. Good. This time, extend that right leg up and back behind you. Good, finding the forward fold over this leg. So don't drop into this hip. You want to keep your hips squared. Beautiful. And now exhale, bending into that knee and drawing that right foot forward, setting that back knee down, and sweep the arms up overhead. Beautiful. As you reach up through your fingertips, reach into my hands here. Nice. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale your hands to the floor. Turn the toes under and lift that back knee and step to the top. Good. Empty the breath as you fold over your legs. Bring the hands to the outer hips, look forward, and inhale to come all the way up. Releasing and reaching at the top, and exhaling back to our heart. Good. Second round. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Soft knees. Exhale to hinge forward at the hips. Reach towards me as you fold all the way down. Good. This time, let your hands plant next to the feet. Inhale, lift your heart. And then exhale, send that right foot back. Keep the knee up this time. Little pulsing action. So we're going to take a deep breath in, let the hips sink down, lift your heart. And then exhale, gently round, bringing the forehead to the left knee. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Good. Inhale to come forward. Plant your hands, squeeze your belly, and step right into plank position. Good. From here, I want you to bend into your elbows just a little bit, and then sink your hips down as if there was a weight underneath your pubic bone. Release the tops of the feet, and then slowly activating your triceps and resisting gravity, lower yourself down into a low bhujangasana. Good. Inhale so you feel the breath in the low back. And then exhale, turn the toes under, press up through the hands and knees. And inhale your left leg up and back behind you. This time, open up that hip. Square the hips and send the left foot through all the way to the top. Forward, sinking into the hips. Exhale, gently. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 blocks under your hands can be nice here. Maybe we'll do that for the next. Inhale, come forward. Squeeze the hips together and step your right foot to the top. Empty the breath as you fold over the legs. Hands to the outer hips. And inhale to come all the way up. Reach up, look up. Exhale to the heart. Second side. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Good. Exhale, fold forward. Hands plant on either side of the feet. Inhale, lift the heart. Good. Exhale, send the left foot back. Good. Now from here, inhale as you draw your heart forward, sink the hips down just a little bit. Exhale, round, bring the forehead to the right knee. Very nice. Good. Inhale, forward. Exhale, gentle rounding. Good. Inhale, forward. Your right knee doesn't have to be straight. Good. Exhale, forehead to the knee. Good. Inhale, forward. Plant your hands. Squeeze your belly and step right into plank. Beautiful. From here, start to bend into your elbows and then lower the hips down first. Good. Release the tops of the feet. Bending further into your elbows, activating the triceps, slowly lower into a low bhujangasana. Now from here, I want you to breathe into the low back, into your kidneys. And then exhale, press up through your hands and knees. So another deep breath in here. Exhale, press up. Beautiful. All the way into dog. Very nice. This time, go ahead and send that right leg up and back behind you, opening up that hip. Beautiful. You don't have to bend this leg, but you can. Totally fine. Go ahead and square your and draw that right knee all the way forward, setting it down. And again, from these 4 touch points, we're going to inhale, let the heart lift. Exhale, forehead to the knee. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round. One more time, inhaling to look forward. Exhale, round. Good, inhale, look forward, engage your abdominal muscles, squeeze the hips together and step the left foot to the top. Empty the breath as you fold over your legs. Hands come to the outer hips. We're gonna look forward, draw the shoulder blades together and come all the way up, releasing and reaching at the top. Good, exhale your hands to your heart and then release your hands by your side. And just take a few deep breaths. Make sure that you have a gentle bend in your knees. Soften the tops of your shoulders. And just feel how your yoga practice is already starting to support you. Through our connection with movement and breath, we start to allow those winds, those vayus to move through without any hindrance, without any stagnation, just free-flowing energy, free-flowing intelligence. Progressing a little bit more now. Go ahead and open your eyes, come back into the room. Doing okay? Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the hands to the heart. Good, inhale, take the arms out and up. Soften to the knees. Exhale, hinge forward as you reach forward, coming all the way down. Let your fingertips land on either side of the foot. Inhale to lift your heart, and then exhale, send your right foot back. Turn the heel down. Bring your left hand to the top of your left knee and push up as you take the right arm back behind you, coming into warrior two on the left side. All right, from here, we're gonna inhale, take the palms up, look up just a little bit, and then exhale, turn the thumbs down and under, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, roll open. Exhale, good, inhale, roll open. Look out over your left hand, flip the palms over and reach from fingertip to fingertip. Good, really connecting with your warrior energy, with that strength, with that braveness that you have, feeling strong and supported. Beautiful. From here, bring your right hand down and the left hand up. To press into this left foot, gently reach up and back. Stretching this whole left side of the body and really breathing into your left lung. Can you touch your knee into my hand here? Beautiful. Good, from here we're gonna come forward, bring this left elbow to the top of the left knee, sweep your right arm down and around. Good, extended side. Look up under that right arm. Finding this beautiful straight line all the way down the right side of the body. Good. From here, bring your left hand down to the floor and step your back foot in just a little bit for Trikonasana. Good. You might want to block. Good. From here, bring the hands together, straighten out this front leg, and then inhale, open the right arm up to the ceiling. Beautiful. So we can get tired in our neck here. So start by looking down at your block. Good. And then straight forward, people on the film. And then up at your top arm. Good. So it's just like we're opening up into a twist. We want to open up nice and slow. Beautiful. From here, we're going to bring both hands to the floor and frame this front foot. Turn the back heel up and lower the knee down. Walk your left foot forward. We're coming into this Ardha Hanumanasana. We're going to draw the toes up and take your hands out wide. And just do a little push up over this left leg. So deep breath in and then exhale, gentle fold. Good. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, gentle fold. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, just fold over that right leg. You want to imagine that you're dragging this left heel back so that you activate the muscles in the front of the pubic bone. Good. Arms are nice and wide. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Good. Now bring your hands back underneath the shoulders and send that left leg back behind you. So we're back to our hands and knees. And from here, we're going to walk the hands forward, lowering the heart to the floor. Coming into Hatha Asana. Beautiful. If you squeeze your fists, you'll activate muscle in your forearm, which can kind of grip your mat, and it feels like it gives you some more stability in this posture. You can have your chin, your cheek, or your forehead on the floor. From this position, start to shift yourself forward, lowering the pubic bone down, bringing the elbows right underneath the shoulders, coming into Sphinx pose. So pressing down through the hands, lifting up through the crown of your head, heavy in the tops of the legs and the pubic bone. Good. From here, walk your hands all the way out, palms together, rest your forehead on the floor, and relax in pranam. Take a moment here just to reconnect with that gratitude. Gratitude for Mother Earth, gratitude for Father Sun, and for the moon and the sky and the winds. Feeling grateful for all aspects and elements that allow us to have life on this planet. From here, bring your hands back underneath your shoulders and very gently come up to your hands and knees and then back into downward facing dog. Good. Looking up at the space between your hands. Just gently walk, step, or hop the feet all the way to the top. Good. Bring your hands to your outer hips and slowly come all the way back up to standing. Beautiful. Moving on to the second side. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Soften the knees, hinge at the hips to fold forward. You can bring your hands in if you're feeling any tightness in the low back. Hands find the floor. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, send the left foot back. Turn that heel down again. Back arch. Bring your right hand to your right knee. Swim that left arm up and back behind you. Good, and then reach out fingertip to fingertip. Same thing on the second side. We're going to inhale, roll the heart open. Exhale, gently round, chin to the chest, thumbs roll under. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Good, look out over your right hand. Flip both hands over. Maybe reach a little bit more into that right knee. Could you balance a cup of hot tea on your leg right now? That's sort of the strength and stability we want to find in this right leg. Good, lower your left hand down. Turn the right palm up. Press into your right foot and reach back into the right arm. Good, this time really stretching and breathing into your right lung. Good, exhale, bringing this left arm down and around. Beautiful, sweeping up into extended side angle on the opposite side. Beautiful, again, finding this nice long line. Looking up under this left arm. 3 deep breaths. Good, from here again, we're going to lower this right hand down. Both hands can come down if you like, and just step that back foot in a little bit. Straighten into the right leg, and then inhale the left arm up. Again, let's start with our head looking down at the foot, and then straight out in front of us, and then up at the raised arm. Good, really working our way slowly into our Trikonasana, triangle pose. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. Good, and then exhale this hand down. Frame that right foot, turn the back heel up, step it back and lower the knee down. Good, so coming into this runner's stretch on the right side. Good, hands are wide, we're up on our fingertips. You may even want to be on blocks here. We're going to inhale, lift the heart, exhale, little push up. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time, inhale up, exhale down. Good, and again, we're activating this right leg, pressing the heel into the floor and dragging it back. So you activate the muscles in the pubic bone, pubic area. Take 2 more breaths. Really flexing through that right foot, drawing the toes up. And bring your hands back underneath the shoulders. Send that right foot back. And again, walk your hands forward, lowering your heart to the floor. Breathing deeply into the space behind the heart. Continuing to activate our Vijnana Vayu. This Vayu helps to circulate nutrients and immune system fluids throughout the body. And shifting forward one more time, coming into Sphinx pose. Lowering the pubic bone down, elbows right underneath your shoulders. Pressing down through the hands, drawing your heart forward, heavy in the tops of the legs, all the way down to the tops of the feet. Good. From here, we're going to cross the left arm parallel to the short edge of the mat. Bend into your right leg. Reach back for this right foot and gently pull the heel towards the glute. If it feels comfortable for you, there you go. You can take your hands to the top of the right foot and press the heel. And trying not to sink down. Gently release this right foot back. Coming back through Sphinx, pressing down through the hands, lifting up through the crown of your head, pressing down into your pubic bone. And then cross your right arm parallel to the short edge. Bend into the left leg. Reach back for this foot and gently pull the heel towards the glute. Try not to sink down into your shoulders and make sure you're not turning open like that. Gently just keep pulling that heel towards the glute. Good. Release that leg back. Come back through Sphinx and walk yourselves all the way out to Pranam. And this time as you rest your forehead on the floor, bend your knees and just let the heels gently swing side to side. Good. Rest the feet back down. From here, I want you to swing your hands around on the sides. Fingertips on the floor, come into tented fingers, and then draw the head, neck, and chest up, feeling really heavy in the pubic bone still. From here, you can stay here, or you can try interlacing the hands behind the back, reaching back in through the hands, straightening out the elbows, and activating your heart center. So this is really opening up the lungs. So in this posture, we can activate our enthusiasm, our willpower, excitement, and joy. Breaths here. Good. Release the legs down. We're going to stack the forearms and rest the forehead. While you lay here, I want you to turn your toes out and take them wider than your hips. Good, so that your inner upper thigh can connect with the floor. Good. Makrasan, just relaxing and feeling the openness across the front of the thighs. And connecting with the very rooted and grounding energy of this posture. Go ahead and bring your legs back together behind you. Place the shoulders, place the palms underneath the shoulders. Press up to the hands and knees, and then back to downward facing dog. Good. Looking up at the space between your hands, we're going to walk all the way to the top. Bring the hands to the outer hips, and inhale to come all the way up. Release and reach at the top, and exhale to the heart. Good. Go ahead and bring the feet together from here. Good. We're going to inhale, take the arms forward, sweep your hands back behind you, and then forward as you sink down. Bring or you can just come into lifted prayer arms, or you can extend your arms out in front of you. But you want to feel a very legs, a drawing back of the shoulders into the shoulder sockets. Take another breath here, and then exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lift your heart, look forward. Exhale, walk yourselves back into downward facing dog. Take 3 resting breaths in Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then inhale, coming forward, shoulders over the wrists. And doing our best now to lower the whole body in one piece very gently to the floor. So we're going to go on a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Releasing the feet down, bringing the forearms back underneath the forehead, and just take a moment to rest in Makrasana. Our resting postures between the asana really allow our body to assimilate all of the benefits of each posture. So take just a few more breaths as your body sort of sorts out and puts things in their right place, making sense of all of the practices we've done so far. Go ahead and place your shoulders back, your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press up to the hands and knees. We're going to cross the ankles and then sit back over the feet and extend the legs out in front of us. Good. All right, so we're going to come into a Janu Sirsasana. We're going to do this with the help of a block or a blanket resting on your side. I'll use this. Oh, you can use that. So if you don't have a block, a couple of stacked books would work, a folded towel would work, or just be really mindful not to push yourself further than your body is comfortable with. All right, so we're going to start with the and then really sit up so you're on your sits bones, and maybe even roll this flesh open and flex this right foot. Now I'm going to place my block sort of right in the middle of the calf, up nice and tall. And I'm going to take my right hand back behind me, the left arm up. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, start to hinge forward, just like we did in our forward fold, sort of leading with your heart Your hand can come down to wherever it lands. And maybe for some of us, this is our forward fold. Maybe we're even here, but we want to make sure that the heart is lifted and we're not rounding into the back. So we'll take a few deep breaths. And with each breath, we might be able to fold a little bit further. I like to take my left hand across my right foot so that I start to feed my right side to my right waist, to my right thigh. Good. Continuing to fold forward now, resting the head on the block. My right foot is engaged. And I'm really activating my right hamstring, or right thigh muscle rather, the quadricep, and pressing down through the center of the back of my right hamstring. This right heel will almost lift. If you can reach your right hand back behind you, or you can keep it in that hip crease, whichever feels more supportive for you. Taking 3 more deep breaths here. Great modification with the block, Danny. Good. To come up, really press down through the back of that right leg. Lift your head, look forward, and inhale to come all the way back up. Good. Exhale this left hand down. Support this left knee as we bring it up first and then extend it out. Good. Bring the right knee in and down. Place the block on the other side and then shift that flesh away from the sits bone and sit up nice and tall. Left hand comes behind you or into your left hip crease. Right arm goes up. Good. Again, leading with our heart, we're going to start to hinge forward at the hip, coming all the way down. And again, move in slowly. There's no reason to hurt yourself. You just want to be aware of that sensation. So you might explore what it feels like to go beyond what feels comfortable, back up just a little bit, and then come in very softly so that you're right on your edge. You're not in a state of feeling pain, but you're not totally hanging out here with no sensation. That you are feeling a stretch in the back of that leg. And your breath can be maintained in a very easy, comfortable manner. Activating the quadricep, really pressing down through the back of that right leg. And with each breath, you might find that you can fold a little bit more forward. Nice steady breath. Soften the jaw muscle. Relax the tongue. Good, and now really activate this left leg. Press down through the center of your back of your left hamstring and inhale to come all the way up. Beautiful. Right hand comes down. We're going to assist this right knee up and then out. Good. And just shake out the legs if you need to. Good. And from here, we're going to come into Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together. Really missing you guys, remembering all of our heart marma points. So what we're going to do here is we're going to place the thumbs into what we call Paramadhya. And this is a marma point that lies just below the ball of your foot, right about here. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale. As we inhale, we're going to press the thumbs into that point and draw the heart forward. And then exhale, keep pressing into your thumbs, but just gently round the back, bringing the chin to the chest. Inhale, lift the heart, look forward. Exhale, gently round. And again, inhale, lift and look forward. And this time, exhale, now hinging forward or walking yourselves forward. Again, a block can be nice here to rest the forehead down. Just coming to whichever height feels most comfortable for you. And really do your best to stay with your breath in this posture, because as we move into the forward folds, it's really calming and soothing for the nervous system and for our minds. But what that can also do for us is it can bring up a little bit of chatter. We might start to wander in our thoughts. So if you do that, just take a few deep breaths and recenter yourself, connecting with the stillness and the sort of inward, almost pratyahara, withdrawing of the senses that this posture provides for us. Taking 3 more deep breaths, allowing the underside of your legs to feel heavy so that there's an opening in the hips. Take 2 more really deep breaths here. And to come up, we're just going to draw the chin to the chest and slowly pressing into the hands, walking all the way up. Good. Again, we really want to assist our body here. So taking a hold of the outsides of your knees and gently pulling them up. Good. If you're sitting on a blanket, you're going to move that blanket out of the way. Place the bottoms of the feet down. Take a hold of the tops or fronts of your shins and just gently pull your heart up really tall. So you're sitting right on your sits bones and not rolling back onto your sacrum. All right, from here, extend your arms out in front of you. Engage your belly and slow all the way down, nice and slow, so that you come all the way to the floor. Beautiful. Good. All the way down. And then just take a moment to lie in Shavasana or corpse pose. We're not done just yet. We have a few more things to do, but just take a moment again to allow the body to assimilate the taste, the virya, whether the poses were heating or cooling, and that sort of post-digestive effect that the asana have. So we can think of even our asana and pranayama practice as substances, all having a taste, all having an action on the system, whether that's heating or cooling, and then having some kind of post-digestive effect on the system. We're going to practice a really gentle inversion next. So to start that, I want you to bend your knees and place the soles of the feet on the floor as if we're preparing for Setu Bandhasan bridge pose. Arms are at your sides. And then bend your elbows and point your fingertips towards the floor. And bring your elbows really in tight to the body, Danny. Good. And you want to press back through the triceps and the backs of the elbows and start to press into your feet. Can you bring your feet a little closer to your bum? Good. And then from here, take a deep breath in. And exhale, press into the feet, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Good. And then exhale them down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale down. And one more time. Inhale, pressing into the feet, lifting the hips. Exhale down. Now you can rest your hands at your sides. And I'm just going to show a few variations of this inversion. So the first one is just to simply, hold on, just lift your feet up towards the ceiling. Your feet. Yep, all the way. Good. So here, this is just a really simple inversion. And this already is allowing the heart to relax. It's pumping so hard all the time to return all of this blood flow from the feet back to the lungs and the brain. So right now it's getting a rest. Okay. The second option is to press up through your bridge pose. So pressing into the feet, lift the hips. And now you're just going to place a block or a folded blanket underneath your sacrum. And keep in mind, everybody, that your sacrum is really low on your back. It's right at the top of your bum. So not in your low back or lumbar sacral area. Good. Now, let the palms roll up, Danny, and just let the chin gently fall away from the chest. So this is another option for your inversion. Taking this a little bit further, you can bring the right knee into the chest, and then the left knee, and then take the feet up. And open your eyes here and just gaze up at the space between the two big toes. Good. Again, you want to let the shoulders roll open. Having your palms a little bit wider than the shoulders will help with this feeling of feeling grounded behind the shoulder blades. And breathe deeply, pulling energy up into your throat area, activating again that Udana Vayu. That is really helpful for allowing us to speak truthfully, to move things up and out. So sneezing and coughing is a very natural way for the body to remove unwanted toxins or substance or particles from the body. So having a nice strong Udana Vayu is a good way to keep you healthy. And taking a few more deep breaths here. Maybe rolling the ankles a few times. Opposite direction. And then from here, just lower the knees gently back into the chest and place one foot down at a time. Bring your arms a little bit closer in. Press into the feet, lift the hips up, slide the block out, and then lower yourself down from top to tail, touching down one part of the spine at a time. Beautiful. From here, hug the knees into the chest. Whisper to yourself that you love you very much. Good. And then keeping the knees bent, we're going to take our arms out to a T. And we're going to slowly roll the legs open to your left side and gaze to the left. So as the knees lower to the left, you also look to the left. And then once you feel that there's a settling in the legs, you can turn to look out over your right arm, doing your best to anchor this right shoulder to the floor. Good. Good. So twisting postures are really good at helping us to squeeze. So this is just a sort of metaphor that we use. It's like we're squeezing toxins out from the spine by doing the twist. And so we're going to assist this release of unwanted energies, emotions, thoughts, whatever it is, with a little breath work. So we're going to inhale really deeply and exhale the sound Om. And we'll do that 3 times. So inviting the next breath in for Om. 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 Just take 1 or 2 breaths here, feeling the effects of this gentle twisting posture. And then to come out of the twist, start by looking up at the ceiling first. Now press down through the back of that right shoulder and bring the knees up through the center. And maybe you want to place the feet down so that you can reposition or straighten out your spine. And then take the arms back out to a T, bring the knees into the chest. Look to the right as the knees gently lower to the right. All movements being done mindfully, no dropping here. But letting the knees settle, letting the hips settle, and then rolling the head out to look over the left arm. And again, using our breath to help this posture be more potent. So inviting a deep breath in for Om. Om. Taking a few more breaths just to allow the effects of this posture to take place, for the body to put everything in its right order. To come out of the posture, we start by looking up first, anchoring through that left shoulder, bringing the knees back up through the center. Good. And this time, let's take happy baby. Taking a hold of the outsides of the feet, gently pulling the knees down, and just gently roll side to side. Giggling, drooling, all baby aspects are welcome here. That infectious baby laugh would be awesome. Good. And go ahead and set the feet back down and extend the legs all the way out. Good. We have one more posture to do here, and that is our counter pose for our inversion, and it's fish. So what you're going to do is just reach down and take a hold of the sides of the thighs. Good. And then press all of the weight into your elbows and sit up halfway to look at your feet. So draw the chin to the chest. Good. And then roll your hips forward. Draw the shoulder blades together and gently let the top of the head lower towards the floor. Good. You just want to keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Push your heart forward. And as you inhale, draw the breath all the way up into the top of the lungs, all the way up to that thyroid gland. And as you exhale, squeeze the belly towards the center, again, activating that samana vayu. Inhale, breath all the way up to the tops of the lungs. Exhale, squeeze the belly. One more time. Inhale, all the way up. The lungs hold grief and sadness. So grab those unwanted, stuck emotions and send them out. Beautiful. One more big breath here. Exhale, let a smile find its way to your face. So draw your chin to your chest. And then slowly lower down from tail to top. Beautiful. From here, go ahead and separate the feet so that they're a little bit wider than your hips, and the arms are a little bit wider than the shoulders. And just take a moment to settle. Feel the effects of gravity on the body. I want you to bring all of your energy and awareness into your right leg and lift it just 1 inch off the floor and squeeze all the muscles in your toes, the thigh, the knee, the quads, even your calf muscles tight, and then drop it. Shake it out and forget about it. Good. Energy and awareness. Lift it just 1 inch off the floor and squeeze it as tight as you can. Tighter, tighter, tighter. Drop it. Shake it out. Forget about it. Good. Lift both hands 1 inch off the floor and stretch your fingers out as wide as you can. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. And then squeeze your fists, squeeze your biceps, your triceps, and your forearms all as tight as you can. Even tighter. Drop them. Good. Take a really open your mouth. Nose, make a prune face. Squeeze tight, tight, tight. And release. Then open your mouth, reach your tongue towards your chin, look up towards your eyes, and stretch your face. Beautiful, relax. Make any final adjustments that you need to so that you can be comfortable. for a guided yoga nidra. Noticing that your energy and awareness is swirling around the body. Take a few breaths now to direct the point between the eyebrows. Different parts of the body. So bringing your awareness down to the center of your throat. Awareness into your right shoulder. Feeling the shoulder from the inside out. Moving down to the right elbow. Feeling all the sensations inside and around the elbow. Down to the right wrist. To the tip of your right thumb. Tip of the right index finger. Right middle finger. Ring finger. Pinky finger. Awareness back into the wrist. Right elbow. Right shoulder. Throat center. Moving our awareness into the left shoulder. Feeling the left shoulder from the inside out. Moving down to the left elbow. Left wrist. Tip of your left thumb. Left index finger. Middle finger. Ring finger. Pinky finger. Left wrist. Left elbow. Left shoulder. Throat center. Moving down into the heart center, center of your chest. Feeling the inside of the heart. Then moving down to the belly button. Feeling all the sensations in and around your belly button. And then moving down into the right hip. Starting to feel the hip from the inside out. Down into the right knee. Right ankle. Tip of your right big toe. Second toe. Middle toe. Fourth toe. Pinky toe. Moving back into the right ankle. Traveling up to the right knee. Right hip. And then back into your belly button. Over into the left hip. Down to the left knee. Left ankle. Tip of the left big toe. Second toe. Middle toe. Fourth toe. Pinky toe. Back into the left ankle. Left knee. Left hip. Belly button. Heart center. And finally back at the point between the eyebrows. We will use our senses to gently come back into the body, starting and noticing your sense of smell, being aware of the breath moving in and out through the nostrils. Now connecting with your water element and noticing the sense of taste in the mouth. Maybe just gently moving around the tongue, noticing if there's any leftover breakfast or maybe a craving for a particular flavor. Now connecting with your fire element and recognizing your sense of vision. And just becoming aware of any light coming in through the eyelids, or maybe any images starting to form in the mind's eye. Connecting now with your air element and becoming aware of the sense of touch, feeling the clothes lying on the skin, or maybe there's a gentle breeze coming in through the window. Just being aware of all sensations on the surface of the body. And then finally connecting with the element of space or ether, connecting with your sense of sound. Noticing all the sounds in and outside your room. And allowing the sound of your own breath to start to dominate your awareness. Listening closely to the sound of your own breath, now very gently start to deepen the breath. And as you exhale, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Take another deep breath in. This time, as you exhale, gently move the ankles and the wrists. Another deep breath in. This time moving the elbows and the knees gently. Good, another deep breath in. This time as you exhale, reach the arms up overhead and stretch your feet away from you in that sort of first morning stretch, and stretch the right side and the left side. Good. And then just take a moment to notice which one of your nostrils feels more open. And whichever one feels more clear, more open, I want you to roll to that side. By rolling to the side that's more open, we allow the other side to balance out and open up. Taking a moment here. And then very gently bringing yourselves back up to a seated posture. And coming back to a comfortable seated position, you might want to sit on a blanket or a block. Can you face this way? Mm-hmm. We're just going to end our practice with a little bit of pranayama, a little bit of mindfulness practice. So I like to share anuloma viloma, or alternate nostril breathing. And we usually make a mudra called Vishnu mudra by dropping the second and middle finger. But because I love Hawaii so much, we're going to make the shaka. Nice and tall. Take a deep breath in and empty out the lungs. And then cover your right nostril with your thumb and inhale through the left. Close the left side with your pinky Open the right side and exhale. Inhale through the right side. Close it with the thumb. Open the left, exhale. Good, inhale left. Close, exhale right. Right. Exhale left. Continue this on your own pace, your own rhythm for just a few more breaths. Alternate nostril helps us to balance both hemispheres of the brain. Pingala, the two energy channels moving up the spine, and it helps to balance our masculine, feminine energies. Balancing hormones, thyroid and metabolism, improving sleep, and helping to relieve anxiety and stress. The next time you come to exhale on the left side, finish that breath. Then return your breathing to normal, bringing the hands back into the lap. Just take a moment now to reconnect with those feelings of unconditional love and pure joy. Allowing the vibrations of highest divine source, source energy, God energy, love, to fill and surround every single cell in your body. I'll end class by bringing the hands back to the heart and sharing a simple chant. Please join me for any part that you know. Asatoma satgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I love you so much. It's always my pleasure to be with you, virtually or in person. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you.
Oh, it's locked. It's locked.